Today, I have a special guest here. This is a player I worked with, and I am super, super excited to show his story because he is going to relate to any of you who are working extremely hard in your catching career, putting in those reps, those hours, but not understanding if or when anything is going to pay off. I love this kid so much and the work ethic he has, and I am so excited to show his journey after working with me in the Backstop Built full catchers training program. I'm Coach Brock Johnson, founder and CEO of it, and my goal is to help every catcher out there go from wherever they are to get closer to their goals and dreams. And that's exactly what we did here today with my man. So let's hear from him.
Hi, my name is Micah. I'm going to my sophomore year of high school out of Buda, Texas.
One of the things I wanted to start with was where were you before we were working together?
Honestly, I wasn't doing too good behind the dish. I was like probably a below average catcher, just trying to find a spot on a team.
What were some of your biggest struggles, dude, within your physical skills and your mentality? Like what do you feel like you struggled with the absolute most?
I feel like the thing I struggled with at the absolute most was probably my hip mobility and blocking. Honestly, I had barely any hip mobility. I was super stiff. I wasn't able to get into good positions to block the ball and be a wall back there. And I also feel like I lacked a lot of confidence behind the plate. I feel like because like my training, I didn't know if it was working or paying off, and if it was going to translate into game. So I had a lot. I was lacking a lot of confidence, and I feel like that hurt me a lot.
Yeah, I would also throw in there too, your throwing. I think that was one of the biggest thing you commented on to me early in the program was like how you wanted to get more velocity, how you wanted to fix your throwing. Would you kind of agree with that?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about, where you were in your career when you came to me in your freshman season and things like that.
I started this program right before freshman season of high school started. So I feel like I started perfect timing because I was able to see how much I improved throughout the season and game film and just all my progress and all of that.
Yeah, why did you decide to get into the program at that time? Like what made you feel like you needed to excel or spark your catching mechanics and just overall game?
Honestly, I feel like I have the work ethic. I'm always willing to put in the work every single day to get better, and I'm wanting to compete at a high level in travel ball and make my varsity team at one of the best high school teams in the state. So doing that, I'm gonna need a great catching coach to help me be there for me every single day, and critique and evaluate all the stuff I do. And I feel like finding a coach that would do something online would help me tremendously.
That's actually pretty cool because I think for a lot of players and even guys that are probably watching this right now, they feel like, well, I'm good enough, I already work hard. And you were like, no, I want to invest in a coach and get even better. And for anyone watching this, Micah has one of the best work ethics I have seen, like physical grind. He is up there in the Hall of Fame of grinders for guys I've worked with. So, and he still decided to get into the program. So we talked about kind of your blocking, throwing, and a little bit of receiving and overall confidence that needed work. What were some of the adjustments once we started working together that you and I made that you felt helped you the most?
What I feel like helped me the most is like really thinking about pushing my butt back because when I was blocking, I was standing a little too tall and the ball would just bounce all over the place when I'm blocking. So I feel like really trying to thinking about pushing my butt back more and leaning over with my chest I was really able to smother the ball and just to stay in one spot where I wanted it to. And then like receiving wise, I feel like doing that banded stuff every day, going through like the receiving motions, helped me build so much strength in my glove sidearm and just the quickness to be able to receive and frame pitches and keep a strong arm when catching it.
I think also I'll throw in there, I think your transfers is one of my favorite things that I saw change. We made some small tweaks, but dude, it just was like, changing from how it was throwing everything off, you transferring so far back to
Yes, sir.
getting more consistency of, kind of more out front and just turning the mitt. I know you're still working on that stuff, but dude, as a coach, it looks so much better, man. After improving all those throughout the program, do you feel like your confidence now is at an all-time high?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And then what's some of the in-game results you've been getting more now that you have those new skills?
So far, I mean, this season I've probably caught like maybe 20 innings, and I only have like three pass balls allowed. And I've had about eight runners attempt to steal on me, and I've caught stealing six of them. So only two guys have allowed to steal on me so
Dude,
far
that's
this season.
really good.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
really
sir.
good.
I'll
Heck yeah,
say
man.
also since working with you, my pop time has dropped maybe about 0.05 seconds so far. I was averaging like a 215, 218, and now I'm in the sub 2 1s to two flat.
What else can we ask for, dude? That's exactly what we want,
Yes,
man. I
sir. With
know.
accuracy too. It's
Yeah, and
money.
it's only going to get better. I mean, as you grow into your body, get more strength, like your mechanics look so good, that number's just going to keep climbing down. So, pretty much the biggest thing we're trying to show was Micah was a kid who was already really hardworking. He was putting in reps, and one of the biggest things you didn't have was guidance. And when he came to me, he admitted that he needed that. Kind of talk about that, dude, what your training looked like before you were working with me and some of the things you were trying that just weren't sticking.
Honestly, like every day, I was just trying to find something to work on. I was like scrolling Instagram, look at just like all these different videos, see like different drills coaches would post out there, just do those and hoping that would work.
Yeah, you never worked with an in-person coach before, did you?
No, sir, it's first time.
Yeah. So you this was the first time you invested in a catching coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. No, that's really cool. I think the cool part is that you're showing is you inspire other guys who are working really, really hard to take a look and now get the most out of their training. Because there's nothing worse than putting in 100 reps and not even knowing, like, okay, is that going to pay off? Did I do that right? Did I do that wrong? Did I waste my time? And that's what you and I were able to do with a good work ethic from you. So let's kind of dive into the program and show some people from your point of view what everything was like. So I wanted to ask you what your experience is inside the program for anybody watching and what it's like.
I feel like it's a great community, great experience overall. Lots of great players and people in there. You can just ask questions whenever you want if you're feeling lost about something religiously or in the game too. There's always guys out there in the program that are willing to help out. Bunch of great people. Brock's a great guy, always helping me get better. Overall, great experience. I learned a lot from this program.
That's awesome, dude. I really appreciate you saying that. Out of the four pillars, the daily plan, the consistent evaluation, the community, and then the one-on-one messaging with me, what do you think was your favorite out of any of those?
I feel like my favorite was most definitely the videos I would get back, the evaluations for sure.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, dude. This guy Micah here. So what I do is I give guys a set plan of what they need to be doing, and then they're able to upload video through our in-depth video processor that gives them evaluations of me coaching. Micah here in 6 months uploaded about 300 videos, which is absolutely insane. So this kid proved it before he got in the program. His dad's like, no, he's like actually the hardest worker you'll work with. He was not lying, dude. You definitely challenged me as a coach to stay consistent with evaluations because that was a lot. And so I was sending him back a lot of video. And I mean, it's no question why you ended up getting the results you did and made such a good transformation because of that work you put in, not just physically, but mentally and being more smarter, seeking that evaluation. So I wanted to ask you, who's this program for? What type of catcher do you think would get the best result from this program?
There's no cheating it. I mean, if you really want to get the best results, you're gonna have to put in the work every day. You can't cheat yourself at all. You gotta stay disciplined for sure. I mean, this thing's every day. If you really want to get better, you gotta be willing to put in the work every single day, even when it's tough.
Who would you say the program's not for? What type of catcher should not sign up for this?
Someone who shouldn't sign up for this program is someone who makes excuses, not wanting to put the work in. Someone who's lazy and not willing to get up every day and get after it.
I couldn't agree more with that. I mean, the biggest thing I like to show is like if you want to get in the program, you want to work with me, you need to already have some sort of work ethic. Now, would you agree, Micah? Did you find an even deeper work ethic? Maybe not one that's challenge you physically, but one that challenge you mentally to work smarter?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing that when I talk with all the guys in the interviews, they're like, man, I learned like a way deeper way of working hard than I thought. not just like going to your backyard and digging a hole as far as you can. It's more like, okay, how can we maximize my time, my efficiency, make sure I'm working towards the right thing? Because you're either working towards the right thing or the wrong thing. So it's hard when you're just busy, head down, not knowing where you're going, if you're even on that right path. Would you recommend this program to somebody else, Micah? Another catcher that was in your similar shoes?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I would absolutely recommend this program to someone else who's willing to get better.
What comes to mind when you say that as to why you would recommend it to someone else?
It's got all the tools you need. I mean, you'll most definitely improve in every aspect overall as a catcher. Just everything there is to it at the position. Is as long as you're willing to do what it takes. I mean, this program's for you.
What were some of the biggest things before you worked with me were your goals that you wanted to see come true? And after going through the program, let's kind of talk about where you are in your career and how some of those goals came true, and then where you're going next on that trajectory towards your goal and dreams.
My goal was for sure have a shot at making varsity this year, going into this year. So that's my main goal right now is just to make my varsity team this year at a very high level, 6A high school here in Texas. And yeah, the competition is most definitely up there and working my butt off every single day still to reach that goal.
Yeah, would you say you're a lot closer now after going through the program than you would have been?
But yeah, for sure. I used to think I was pretty close to that goal, but I look back, I'm like, yeah, it's nowhere near than I am compared now.
And then after that, obviously we want to get you to that college level. Do you feel like now you have the confidence and skills to finally back up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you went to a showcase too, dude, and I liked that video a lot from that
Yes, sir.
showcase.
Yeah, there was a bunch of college coaches there. Some of the coaches at Texas State were there too. But yeah, it went pretty good. I caught a really good arm, one of the best arms in the state in the 2027 class. He was just low 90s. And my receiving was on point, catching him.
Yeah, that looked insane, dude. And you looked so fluid and smooth and just comfortable back there. And then when you upload game video of you throwing a guy or blocking really well, it hypes me up, man. It's super, super cool. I think the biggest thing to show here from Micah is he was working really hard, had no clue if it was paying off, and his skills were very rusty all around. His fundamentals were just not exactly where they needed to be compared to all the work he was putting in. Then he came here and now he is finally on that right trajectory. So he is on that. He was kind of working, like we said, this way, and you needed to be on this path. And now, dude, I fully believe you are on that path. You're
Yes, sir.
going to make varsity this year. You're going to go forward. You're going to get playing time, and then you're going to, work towards that scholarship. And I'm so excited to see where you're going to end up, dude, because I know it's going to be great, man. You're going to have a huge payoff.
Yes, sir.
Well, okay, I wanted to kind of ask you about online training and remote training because that's one of the biggest things that players come to me with, and they're like, well, I just don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I like remote. So, what beliefs did you have about online training before working with me?
Honestly, I had no idea what online training was until my dad showed me your account. Cause like I always saw your account before and saw you on Instagram, and I was like, I was wondering if this guy does any type of online training. I wonder if this is a thing. So like me and my dad were scouring the internet looking for catching coaches who do online training and stuff, and then boom, I found your account. Set up that call and loved it.
For sure, man. Why'd you decide to go with me after all the other options of catching coaches you looked at?
Honestly, I don't fully remember, but I like seeing your stuff. I mean, like this guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, after going through the program, do you feel like you made the right choice with working with me specifically?
Absolutely, most definitely made the right choice.
Nice, dude. I appreciate that. Were you skeptical at all? So when I asked the rest of the guys in the program, they're typically like, yeah, before I got in here, I was a little skeptical. Like, did you feel that way, or were you just kind of like, I'm curious to see what this is?
No, I was never skeptical. I mean, I was curious to see what it was. I was ready to get into it.
Dude, you're the first guy who says they weren't skeptical. That's hilarious. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. What was the biggest thing that stood out to you as to why you got in the program once I went through like kind of how it works?
The biggest thing to me was most definitely the work, all the drills and everything every single day you would get. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it more to be like 3 to 4 times a week, but seeing it to be like 7 days a week, 6, 7 days a week, I was like, okay, this is it right here.
Yeah. Did you like that a lot?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Having something to get better at every single day, for sure.
Now, I asked you what your favorite part of the program was. What's something in the program that you feel like could be improved to your liking even more?
I mean, everything fits up to my liking. I mean, like I would say the program's at a good spot where it is right now.
Nice, nice, yeah. If you have nothing to say, then you don't have to. But I just like to ask that.
I have nothing to critique about it.
That's awesome, dude. No, I appreciate that. Okay, for somebody watching this right now, Micah, who's on the fence, they've watched this far and they're just like, I don't know, man. I still don't know. What would you have to say to them right now?
I would say you can't go through things with fear. I mean, like if you're really willing to do something to get better at it, you gotta be willing to make the sacrifice and take that leap.
I think the biggest thing that holds people back is they look at my program, they follow me, they see it, they even watch this video right here. But there's one thing in their mind that doesn't allow them to actually either get on a call or commit to it, and I think it's fear. And you were able to get over that. You were able to
Mhm.
make the investment, talk with your dad, how can we make this work? And then you did it, and then now you went through it and you're extremely happy about it. You made a great investment, but not
Yes, sir.
everyone gets that. So what would you have to say to someone in that same position?
Everyone goes through the same stuff. I mean, most definitely, this program's legit. I mean, you shouldn't be fearing if this is, not it.
Absolutely, dude. I think you're going to speak to many people, and help them, get over that fear and at least hopefully hop on a call to see, okay, how does this work? How can Coach Brock help me? Just like I helped a guy like Micah, who was concerned about if he's on the right path, wondering if, the work he's putting in is even going to pay off. I just wanted to ask you, dude, is there anything else you wanted to say, final comments before we kind of wrap up here?
This program's a great program. I mean, like if I ever sign off to a college, I'll most definitely remember Coach Brock and this program, and it's the reason why I'm there and what helped me throughout my high school career. Discipline, work ethic, all of that.
Absolutely, man. And you crushed it. You did everything you were asked to and some. So that's on you, man. When you think about Backstop Built and working with me, like what kind of comes to mind and, pops up when you think about where you were before compared to now?
Most definitely. I was not where I was wanting to be at before I joined the program, and I'm most definitely happy with where I'm at now after completing it.
That makes me like so happy as a coach. That's like the biggest reason why I love doing this because of a guy like Micah. Micah, I saw a lot of myself in there. For anyone who doesn't know, I went to four different colleges before signing to play professionally. And during that journey of bouncing around to different colleges, I had an insane work ethic, built a cage in my backyard, willing to put in the reps, but I had no guidance, no clue if what I was doing was working. And every day at night, I was like exhausted, tired, and willing to put in work the next day, but wondering, is this even going to pay off? Like deep down, is this going to work? Am I on the right track? Is coaches going to see me? Things like that. And I know Micah was very similar to that. So I saw a lot of myself in there and I was able to take with great pride the ability to guide this kid. Micah, I'm so proud of you, man. This was awesome. I appreciate your time and thank you so much, dude.
Thank you.
You should be thanking yourself. Praise God as well for this kid's work ethic, staying healthy, being able to do everything he can to the best of his ability. And for anyone else who has made this or made it to the end of watching this and you're, inspired to see how I can help you in your specific career, I get on free calls with you and a parent. You can go ahead, look at the link in the description below. It's going to take you to my website, watch a quick video, and then you're more than welcome to book a call with me. This call is completely free, guys. I'm going to see where you're at, where you want to go, and what you're doing in between to get there, and how I can help if you need it, and then what the program completely looks like. So don't be afraid to book one. It's fun to connect no matter what. I love talking to catchers and their situation to see where they are. Please like this video. Also subscribe to the channel so you never miss a in-depth, valuable training or another testimonial I do with other players. Again, this was Micah, guys. He has an amazing story. It's going to speak to many. And dude, your story's still being written. You taught me so much as a coach of how hard a kid can work because you took that to a whole nother level compared to the usual guys I work with that work hard. You definitely outshine there, and also how smart you can work with a hard work ethic. Really proud of you, Micah. Thank you again. Thank you for everyone who stayed to the end watching this.